School has started. That's the declaration from Justice Marva McDonald Bishop as she warned the media to observe court rules in covering a hearing on whether entertainer Vybz Kartel and 3 other men should be retried for murder. The hearing started this morning in the Court of Appeal, and is expected to last for 5 days. McDonald Bishop, along with Justices Paulette Williams and David Fraser, will decide the case. She said the court will not hesitate to take action against persons who breach the rules in providing coverage of the hearing. On our reading of the Grant case, I just learned that the court had such wide powers to initiate proceedings on its own to ensure that there is objective and accurate recording of the proceedings so that we do not inflame public opinion that can be prejudicial to the parties in this case, especially the appellants, she said. Justice McDonald Bishop said while we have allowed, in this country and in the world at large, social media in particular, to run wild, it is the provider of the information who will be held liable for contempt of court. The issue of pre-trial publicity is among the arguments to be raised by the defense, the judge noted. The court is currently confirming the documents filed in the matter before the substantive arguments start. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions (DPP) is pushing for a retrial while the accused are arguing against it. Acting DPP Claudette Thompson is in court. Among the considerations for a retrial are the availability of witnesses, any prejudice to the accused, the interest of justice and what is in the public interest. Reference to schooling came recently in a Supreme Court case in which a judge said she would school lawyers who applied for Kartel and 2 of the co-accused to be released. Dancehall star Kartel, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, Sean Storm, Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John were charged with the murder of Clive Lizard Williams in September 2011. Kartel and St. John are being represented by Buchanan, Jones by John Clark and Campbell by Bert Samuels. The 4 men were convicted in March 2014 for Williams's murder and sentenced to life in prison a month later. The Court of Appeal upheld their convictions in 2020. However, on March 14, 2024, the United Kingdom-based Privy Council, Jamaica's final court of appeal, overturned the convictions on the grounds of juror misconduct. It said the trial judge should have dismissed tainted juror Livingston Kane, who was later found guilty of accepting a bribe to try to influence the panel. However, the Privy Council did not free the men. It ordered that the Court of Appeal should decide whether there should be a retrial. Kartel and his company accused have denied any involvement in the killing. Vybz Kartel in declining health. International dancehall music star Vybz Kartel's health has deteriorated rapidly in the last year, according to his doctor and son. According to his doctor, Kartel's heart is now so weak, his life is in danger if he does not get surgery soon. Fox 5 News' Lisa Evers has the story.
The case of dancehall star Vybz Kartel.
All right, he's being held pending appeal despite his murder conviction being overturned, but now his son and attorney are citing his rapidly declining health as a reason for his release. Lisa Evers joins us now with exclusive new details. Lisa.
Well, Stephen Bianca, this is not the news we like to report, but we've learned that the health of imprisoned international dancehall music star Vybz Kartel has deteriorated rapidly in the last year. His doctor says Kartel's heart is now so weak, his life is in danger unless he gets surgery soon. I spoke exclusively with his son and his attorney, Isaac Buchanan. The UK Privy Council quashed, in effect overturned, the murder conviction of Adidja Palmer, better known to his millions of fans around the world as Vybz Kartel, nearly 3 months ago, and King Charles signed the order. Despite that, the 47-year-old father and grandfather has remained in a Jamaican prison, battling Graves' disease and heart complications.
It's not looking great. And the condition, I could say it's definitely getting worse.
Last year, court filings revealed he had been under private medical treatment for years for Graves' disease and a heart condition, and that prison conditions, which consisted of a bucket for a toilet and no running water or ventilation, did not help. Prison officials allowed him to get help from his private doctor, and there was some improvement.
A flushable toilet, which is a significant improvement. But in terms of the cell, he's still in the same cell, and the conditions per se. We're a long way from getting to the Mandela standards and living in human conditions.
Now a new exam and medical report dated June 3rd, 2024, from his longtime personal physician, the highly regarded Dr. Karen Phillips, says his heart pumping function has declined to 37% of normal, and that Mr. Palmer is developing heart failure, which may lead to a heart attack.
The best thing we can do is just pray and be strong, you know?
The medical report also states that despite years of various medications for Graves' disease, it has not gone into remission and, in fact, is worsening. In her recommendations, Dr. Karen Phillips says Kartel needs specialized therapy or surgery and evaluation by a cardiologist to save his heart and his life.
His medical team is very concerned, and so are we.
The last time the 21-year-old Adija Jaheem Palmer was able to see his dad was last December at the prison's Family Day. It was the first time Kartel saw his 2-year-old grandson, and the first time all 3 brothers have been together with their dad since they were little boys years ago. Palmer says the family appreciates all the love and support they are receiving, and that they're hoping the day will soon come when they can have a real family reunion in freedom.
It's a great feeling to know that these supporters show so much love to us and him. So, I would like to thank them for that.
This brave young man who's had to be strong for his younger brother since he was a boy tells me he plans to be in court next week. Attorney Buchanan says that's when the Jamaica Court of Appeal will decide whether to free Vybz Kartel once and for all or order a retrial. Stephen, Bianca, back to you.
Very well. All right. Thanks, Lisa.
For nearly 8 of those years, Kartel has reportedly been battling Graves' disease under conditions his attorney says are inhumane. Kartel, whose real name is Adija Palmer, and his 3 co-defendants have been behind bars in Jamaican prisons since their arrests in 2011 for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, whose body was never found. In a sworn medical affidavit obtained by Fox 5's Lisa Evers in May 2023, his doctors warned that his Graves' disease and heart condition was getting worse and that if he did not get surgery soon, it could be fatal. At the time, he had been in solitary lockdown 23 hours a day over an alleged cell phone infraction. Human rights attorney Isat Buchanan compared Kartel's jail cell as an oven. He's in a cell, and if you can picture a brick oven, because that's how those cells are built, the ventilation is next to none, Buchanan said. A prior medical report done by Kartel's well-respected private physician, Dr. Phillips, recommended surgery as soon as possible. Report obtained exclusively by Fox 5 NY detailed his battle with thyroid disease. According to the initial report, despite medication, it had not gone into remission. Dr. Phillips recommended surgery as soon as possible. Despite the big win, their fight for freedom has hung in the balance. The Privy Council in effect kicked the case back to the Jamaican Court of Appeals. King Charles has signed off. According Fox 5's Lisa Evers, the dancehall superstar is one step closer to learning his fate. Even though they are now not guilty, innocent men according to the Privy Council, they have remained behind bars. Lisa Evers spoke with Vybz Kartel's attorney, Isat Buchanan, who says the Court of Appeal has set a court date of June 10th through June 14th to decide whether to release the men or try to bring a new case. Fox 5 NY will continue to bring exclusive insight as this case moves towards conclusion.
As you leave the page, don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you for watching.